I have great faith in Malaysia's future when I look at young Malaysians, because we are truly the generation of disruptors. We dare to think out of the box. We're a lot more in tune with public policy discussions. We know that the decisions made today will affect our future more than ever. And that's where we are more invested in fighting for that future, like never before.
And more people are starting to realize this.
Thunberg led about 25,000 protesters outside the climate summit today. The demonstrators calling on politicians and business executives to do more to address climate change.
If you were given 5 ringgit, what can you do with it? Maybe buy some candy, a small figurine, why not notebooks instead? I've always thought how can I better utilize this 5 ringgit. But I'm a senior in high school and financially dependent on my parents for basically everything. Growing up, I always had big dreams about what I wanted to do. But I was always told to wait. You are too young, they say. You do not know what you are talking about. Buying into this concept of waiting, while I did exactly that. Or at least I tried, whether inside or outside the classroom. We were always discussing politics, global food crisis, the right to vote, and a lot of other issues in the world. But we were never asked to find a solution, never pushed to do so. So we cannot vote because we are under the legal age. We cannot donate money because we do not have an income. And we cannot skip school to address the next global issue. So what can we do? But this did not stop Greta Thunberg from becoming a symbol of youth-led advocacy. At just 16 years old, she has taken lead on climate change. She is not alone. Thousands of young people from across the globe are taking up the fight to save our planet, from Sierra Leone to Brazil. Another example is Fiona from Uganda. Fiona is a final year university student, but because Ugandan schools and universities have been closed since March due to lockdown, Fiona, like other students, had plenty of free time. In June, youth organization Restless Development set up call centers in 6 rural districts of Uganda to support communities to report cases of gender-based violence and economic exploitation during the lockdown period. Fiona offered as a volunteer call operator in the Leptong district located in northern Uganda. These 2 examples of youth power shows to you how youth can be very potential and essential for the betterment of the future. Moving on, a youth is any person between the age of 15 and 30 years old, regardless of their gender. Unfortunately, the youth are the backbone of a society, and hence they determine the future of any given society. This is because all other age groups, the kids, the teenagers, the middle-aged, and also the senior citizens, they all rely on the youth and expect a lot from them. This makes the youth to be an important age group in both today's society and the future society compared to other age groups. We have the ability to go to school, to be who we are, to chase our dreams and be the best version of ourselves that we want to be. So now, let's continue into politics. So why is this a problem when we talk about changing the world? It is a problem because youth do not hold this power. We are living in a world in which where almost every country pretends to have a democracy. I mean, even North Korea is officially called Democratic Republic of Korea. So let's take a look at the presence of youth in the main decision-making body of democracy, the parliament of all parliamentarians worldwide. There's only 2.6% of politicians under the age of 30. So how does this compare with the world demographic? Well, there are approximately 7.9 billion people on Earth. Out of those 7.9 billion people, only 2.6% are considered youth. You can see, here I identify the reasons why young politicians are much more needed in the cabinet to ensure social and economic developments in the country. Youth is the backbone of any nation. This is the important segment of the society, and youth can play a vital role in the development of the country. But this young and able workforce is not being given their chance to shine. The presence of advanced technology also empowers the current generation of youth. This means that the current young generation is so much different compared to the past youth generations. What do I mean by this? Younger generations could be, say, the most up-to-date generation in society. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, just to name a few. is why youths are so much more mature and better in decision making. They are exposed, they try to understand, and they think of the possible actions that they can take when there is a global or national crisis happening. So what is the role of youth in building a nation? Young people are directly affected by the future they create for themselves. The possibility of reap what they sow puts themselves in a position of accountability in regard to the choices they make. Young politicians are thus required and obligated to ensure the sustainability of Malaysia's finite resources and how they will be allocated. In a country where 28% comprises of youth, the youth of today desperately needs representation from young politicians. Creating a nation equipped with young people interested in and who are more aware of Malaysian politics. Indeed, this was proven to be true when the country observed a much needed surgical of political interest among the youth, following the appointment of Sekolah Tuanku Abdul Rahman, a promising young politician, as the Youth and Sports Minister for the former Pakatan Harapan government in 2018. In a survey conducted by Lenovo covering more than 15,000 people across the globe, it is found that people exposed to technology are much more open-minded and charitable. Truly, young people's exposure to digitalized knowledge and information from around the world reveal to them there is no single way or perspective to anything, that everything is relative. That's all from me, Faris Khan, signing out.